Hey guys, Lorcan the Hedgehog here, and welcome to my Lorcan the Hedgehog reviews. It's kind of been a while since I did one of these, but today I am going to review the Simpsons Tap Out Wild West event. Now I have finished the Wild West event a while back, maybe about I don't know, 5 or 6 days by the time this comes out. But yeah. So this is my second Simpsons Tap Out event review on this game, and I'm here to do the same as like the last one. I think I can't fully remember what all of it was, but it was involving the plot, the characters, what was added, and what I liked and disliked, and how I rated. So let's just start off with the plot. Unlike the Burns Casino event where I couldn't really remember that plot, this one I actually could remember. During a match while Grandpa was doing a magic trick, Lisa discovers that the coin he's been using was a very old coin back in the old Springfield days, a Wild West themed. Homer, immediately going for money, decides to rebuild old Springfield to get the gold. While doing that, some other characters come in, and all after the gold, not the goat, I meant the gold. But until Snake comes in, with his bandit, that things become a little dangerous. So the Simpsons family, as well, with Principal Skinner and the new character that was added, Gummy Joe, they have to now get the gold before Snake does. Or, just stop Snake from destroying and kidnapping, destroying Springfield, and as well, it's said in one of the missions to kidnap some kids for ransom. So yeah, I actually remember the plot better than the Burns Casino event, which that's a plus. That's for one thing. But now to the characters. There was a total of 10 new characters that were added. 6 skins and 4 characters. 3 playable, 1 was non-playable, and for the 6 skins, 4 of them were based on episodes of the show, and 2 were just exclusive to Simpsons Tap Out only. Let's go for the characters. The first one is Gummy Joe. He was was a prize for, I think, all the acts, because I heard that if you didn't get him in Act 1, you could able to get him in Act 2 and 3, which I'm not sure about that, because I got him in the first part, of course, but I don't know. There was also Buck McCoy, who was the premium character. I don't know how many donuts he cost, but he was the premium character. Another character that's premium is Luke. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. It's Luke Dean or something. I don't know. He's another premium character as well. And the non-playable character was just a tumbleweed. That's just simple. And now for the skins. There are 6 skins added to the game. There's Cowboy Homer, which is, I don't even know how many Homer has now, by 17, 18 skins by now, costumes, whatever. There's also Bart's, the kid with no name. That's Bart's 9th costume, which now that makes him tied with Mr. Burns, and Lisa, from the thing that we'll discuss later, down this video. Another character was Longshot Skinner. That's Skinner's 3rd costume besides his Stonecutters and the Fireman Skinner from the Crooks and Ladders event. There was also Red Dahmer, which is from the Funeral for a Fiend, which is a costume for Sideshow Bob, and he pretends to be this cowboy guy in order to fool the Simpsons to, kill him. This is Sideshow Bob's 2nd costume besides his Captain Bob. The other 2 costumes are not only the first, these are the first ones for 2 characters, but these 2 were not in any Simpsons episode at all. This is Outlaw Snake, which, like I said, that's Snake's 1st costume, and I don't think there's no episode that had him wearing that. And Powwow Maggie, which is also Maggie's 1st costume, which that's Maggie's first costume in the game, and also one where it isn't based on any Simpsons episode. But the whole now how to unlock these costumes and all that were Homer was a prize for on Act 1, and West Dharma for Sideshow Bob was also the last prize for Act 1. The Kid with No Name and Outlaw Snake were both on Act 2 prizes, and Longshot Skinner was on Act 3. Maggie's one was actually the only premium thing for Act 3. So, yeah. That's one thing. So Maggie was the only premium costume in this event, which meant you did have a lot of costumes for characters, but, at least that would have meant Maggie wouldn't have any. But nevertheless, yeah. So, I kind of like these costumes and the characters that have been picked. But, what was added for this event? Well, one thing, in every single Simpsons Tap Out event, you always had people walking around town doing something. And this time we had bandits, which I have to say, this has to be the one where the bandits are the fastest. Okay, really not the fastest, but if you really, compared to all the other, characters that walk around town, I mean, they're way faster than the gamblers from the Burns Casino event. That's for sure, because the gamblers were just slowly walking, and it would have made things easy to spot. Well, if you know. But yeah. But the bandits, they're fast, as well they have spawn points, which the town plaza is the thing that, that's the first thing you unlock for the old Springfield. But that's where that's where you can upgrade to get some more spawn areas for other buildings in the game for all the 3 acts, and as well to get one extra bandit in there. I think the max was 9. There was 9 bandits that could come out of the houses, which is I think every 4 hours. Well, for most buildings except the LSTD or something, one of old Gil's deals, which had a bottle of Martin Millhouse and Database. But yeah, that one had 2 hours. But anyway, these bandits are very fast, and when you mount them, you can there will be so many bandits all over the place that I think it was very hard. If you just leave your phone and just leave it there, you suddenly be invaded by bandits all over around you. It's like the bandits want themselves to get kidnapped. Well, not kidnapped, or just get captured. There was also one big tough bandit which came from Snake. His thing is he takes multiple hit taps in order to to be knocked down. I think it was about 3 or 4 taps, I think he goes down. I don't know, it takes about a few taps and then he'll go down. That's for sure. And also another thing was introduced in this game was the act finales. All the other acts in any Simpsons Tap Out event always continues until, you eventually reach the end. You're not sure when, but you will encounter the end. This time, however, it actually requires you to get a certain amount of characters or buildings or decorations in order to complete the act, which involved a little cutscene for each of the 3 acts. This will have every 3 acts always required some building, well, mostly from the town plaza, of course, a decoration, there'll be some decorations for just place anywhere, but it will be on the cutscene, and one of a few characters. For Act 1, you had to get Cowboy Homer in order to complete it. And Act 2, you had to get the Kid with No Name and Outlaw Snake. And for Act 3, you had to get Longshot Skinner in order to get that one. So I think that is very cool that it had its own, this thing was added. And at least one thing's good is that last time in the Burns Casino event, I complained about the crafting, how the leveling up and all that worked. Luckily, the Wild West event don't do that. They actually it does the same thing with the Monorail event, where it has those packs or whatever. But the thing is, I didn't really do those in the Monorail event. But in here, it's required because those things actually they actually have prizes, some decorations that actually are important to the act finale thing. So it is a way to kind of speed things up. It actually helped. But now, so yeah, that's one plus that I can give that it doesn't have the crafting's changed, and it's kind of easy to understand. Now, there is a few things I wanted to say first. One is that I think there's a bit of a teaser when it comes to the next event, I think. Could be a little one or just a major one. But the last prize, like on the question mark on coming soon, it says something hot, which some people suggest that an it could be an event for the Simpsons episode The Mystery Voyage of Homer. I think it could be, or just something hot just means that something big is gonna happen. Something big. That's the only guess I can think of. Another thing is that I kind of want to discuss was this event also has a new was added. Well, not the one. Hold on. When the Wild West event came out, it made a lot more changes. One was now a badge system, which kind of helped to tell which mission and all that was busy. There was a form of four badges. One has a tick mark, which means the character's done their job, and they're ready to collect the money and the experience points. A blue one means the gears, meaning the mission's in progress. A yellow one meaning that it's a limited time, so you gotta complete as fast as before it ends. And a red one meaning that the mission's blocked, meaning that the character's busy and it can't be completed about that character. So that's one thing that it kind of helped. And also, I was thinking about something. Oh yeah, now also the icon. We all know that in the top left corner, there's the icon that tells you about where the characters are. Now they kind of help where they can locate where that character's job is at. They can locate where the character's at when they're done, and you can just tap it and it will bring you to the location of the character. All you have to do is tap the completion mark, and they'll get the money and that really helps when you split all your characters and jobs, which it will take you a long time, and it definitely helps from heading to town hall and just searching. It definitely helps. So that's one big thing I can't help give Simpsons Tap Out that for. There was also just a bit of a path where instead of road and water, there was a bit of dirt, which I just didn't really care. I didn't really bother using that one. I prefer just to lay it on the grass. So yeah, that was something anyway. Another thing that was another big major thing that really did hit Simpsons Tap Out hard was it wasn't evolving the Wild West, but it was evolving the last level update, which is of course level 60, which has the Wise Guy and also Queen Lisa, Lizard Queen Lisa, which that's why now she's on the 9th costume, which now she is tied with Burns and Bard for the 2nd. But nevertheless, it was a big deal, and it also made the big glitch, where if you go past level 60 fast, you immediately will be jumping up to a big level, and you really blocked out your town for a while until EA actually fixed this problem. I was getting worried that I couldn't head back to my town, but luckily EA fixed it. So that was something. I had the 5 XP thing, so it kind of had to speed me up a bit. So yeah, and also it's the Wise Guy was the last character to be added, but don't worry. The game obviously says that there will still be updates containing characters and buildings and all other stuff, but leveling up just won't happen anymore. Sure, they'll have now a new level up system now, and as well have the Homerlaeus, which is a mountain carved for Homer, and as well as the more you level up, you will get Bart and Lisa, Marge, and Maggie. So that's something I can give, and also I kind of liked. It also kind of gives some other previous jobs, say in some level. Like, take for example Bart and Gita Redenente or whatever. The last character. She was the last character to be on level 59, besides Molly, who was the premium character. She said about her she'll be back again at level to 97. And when you definitely do get to level 97, she will actually say that, well, Bart, whenever I said this, and Bart will go, no. And she actually will make you do a job where she forces Bart for a day for 4 hours. Which is actually a good joke. It actually is a good, they paid attention there. So that's really, I really think compared to the Burns Casino event, the Wild West event is way better than the Wild West. Damn it. Dang it. Not the Wild West, I get mixed up sometimes. But I meant to say the Burns Casino event. The Wild West event was way better than the Burns Casino event because it fixed a lot, and it really added a lot more detail, a lot more stuff that helps people that are playing Simpsons Tap Out, which is a big plus for me. And I actually can't really think of what I really dislike. I can't really think of anything that I really disliked about this event. This actually is a very good event. Until, see what other events in Simpsons Tap Out is, so far, it's a big improvement from the Burns Casino event. I have also no problems with any of the characters, just that Cowboy Homer apparently is just a bit of a problem with Simpsons Wiki here. They link Homer to Cowboy Homer into, the Connor Homer, which is a different costume for Homer. But I think that's just a nitpick. I really think the Wild West event is a really good event, and also it really did change a lot for Simpsons Tap Out. It helped a lot, and I just hope it still continues. So I really recommend the Wild West event. Okay, we can't really go recommend because it's really ending. It'll be gone in about a few days. Probably by tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. But nevertheless, I really do think this is a really good event for Simpsons Tap Out, and a big improvement from the Burns Casino event. So that's really my review on the Wild West event for Simpsons Tap Out. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I might try my best to do some more reviews more often, maybe for a few movies I have been seeing, and also will be seeing anime and other stuff, but I'll see where that goes. But until then, I will see you guys next time for Simpsons Tap Out when the Wild West event ends and Takedown comes, and whatever next comes up for Homer and The Simpsons. I'll see you all next time.